I've never. Um, That's a good question. I think the moment I got into music was from a very, very young age. My mum's always been a music teacher for as long as I've lived. So it's always been music around the house, like teaching students and stuff. So she teaches clarinet, saxophone, and flute. My dad's a big music lover as well. So it's kind of in the family. And all on my mum's side, they all play professionally. So it's always been around me growing up. So I think it was kind of just a natural thing to do, just to kind of love music as much as my family do. So yeah, I kind of just started like banging around on the piano from a very, very young age, and then I started singing at the age of like 4 or 5, I'd say, and then by 6 I was like on the stage, like jumping around, like singing and trying to entertain people, and that, I think that's one side of music that I love so much is attempting to anyway entertain people as much as I can. Yeah. Music to me is an expression of everything that I can't say or don't say. I'm not the best talker on the planet. I'm not the best with spoken words. So I put everything that's in my mind, because my mind runs a million times quicker than my mouth. So I kind of put all that into music. And I'm always like hearing stuff and always like tapping away, and some people may think, like, when I'm having a conversation, they're like, he's just not in this conversation, and it's because I'm thinking of like different songs and different ideas, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna go and use the restroom, and then I'll just be off, and I'll just be like making voice notes of like just like little different beat patterns and just little weird things like that, and little like top lines and lyric ideas. And yeah, so I think it's just an expression of kind of what goes on in here. And I think especially with this album, it's very personal to me. I think whereas before with the band, I'd be writing like 1 or 2 songs per album. On this album, I've written every song on the album apart from a Diane Warren song. I think with Diane, you just kind of go, Diane, I think you've got this. You kind of know what you're doing, because obviously she's like the most successful songwriter of all time. So like it was really cool to be part of that process and expressing music. Thank you. I think my experience from being part of a band is the main thing that I'll take forward into this kind of new chapter of my music career. I started with the band at the age of 16, and I've learned so much about not only music and as an artist and as a performer. I've also learned about the industry. So I think it's the knowledge that I've learned about the industry and how everything works is to maybe shape this hopefully very well. And I think my understanding of everything and the way that the music industry kind of all clicks together in a very unique way is probably the main thing that I'll take forward. Yeah. 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 I think the following that I've got is absolutely amazing. Is really really great. They're so loyal, and I think because musically is such a departure from the music I was doing with The Wanted. There was a chance that they'd all kind of go, "Oh, I'm not too sure about this, Nate. Not too sure, mate." But no, they've been absolutely amazing. They love the music so much, and I think like the best thing about especially the social following, is the interaction these days that an artist can have with their fan base, and it's really incredible. Is that you can just sit down on your phone, just while you're in a coffee shop or something, and start speaking to someone in Brazil or in Mexico. It's incredible, and I think that level of interaction is really key, to not only like be in touch with your fan base, but to also like kind of like be friends with them. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like a similar age to a lot of the fan base. Like I'm still only 22. Like, I know it feels to a lot of people that I've been in this industry forever now, and they're like, "God, you're really old," but I'm actually 22. So I'm like a similar age to everyone. So yeah, it's kind of like I kind of know them on like a friendship level. It's really cool.
Going forward, obviously, you're working on an album.
Yeah.
We've heard a few things from today and from the buzz about it, and from it coming to Christ. What can you tell what can fans expect from that album?
I think the fans, old and new, can expect a departure from The Wanted. It's kind of been called kind of like soulful pop as such, because I think it would have been easy for me to lock myself away and create like a very self-indulgent album that everyone goes, "Oh, good for you," but radio's not going to play it and we can't relate to it and blah blah blah. It's good for you though. But I was like, no, it's really important that people can relate to my music, and people can enjoy it as well. Like when they're driving in the car and just listening to the radio, it's I think it's that kind of ties in with the interaction thing. So yeah, I think you can expect quite a varied album within that genre of like soulful pop. There's some really like light-hearted, funky, kind of playful moments, and then there's some really like deep and just deep, kind of pouring my heart out moments. And I think everyone's going to have a different favourite song off the album. And especially that's what I found with the record label. It's kind of go, "Oh, what's your favourite song?" And everyone's got a different favourite song, and I think that's really cool. And I really tested myself vocally, because I think for the first time I was kind of able to go, "Cool, I'm going to try and do this," because there wasn't anyone else who could cover the part if you kind of went, "Oh, I'm not sure if I can do that." So I've kind of tested myself so much vocally. I've ended up with a really vocally quite experimental album, which I'm incredibly proud of.